afternoon, and you'll notice that I'm inside. Last few times we've been talking to you from the water, kayaking, or from the campground in the middle of a camping trip. This time, as we begin the second half of 2023, coming to you from my house, because I figured it was a great time to talk about biking. Biking is, of course, the major sport that I do, so I figured let's check in with myself to see how it's going. So, hey, how is it going this year? Dan, I'm doing great, and I'm so glad you asked. This biking season has been phenomenal. If you remember last year, had a pretty serious ankle injury around this time, actually, that set me back. And because of that, my mileage was a little down last year. It was still good, but this year we are cranking out the mileage, and we are going for a new goal. As you can see from the chart that's up on the screen, the magic number to beat is 4,303 miles. That is the record mileage I set back in 2021, and we are well on our way to wiping that record out this year. You know, God willing, we stay accident and injury free, and it's going to be a good year. That is totally awesome. So many miles already pedaled, so many more to go, but with good weather and good health, that goal is going to be shattered this year. You know, tell me, what is it you like most about biking? Biking has become such an important part of my life. When I first picked up biking, it was to replace running. I was starting to have trouble with my knees and my hips as I was getting older running, and I was looking for another way to stay fit, to stay active. And biking seemed to be a good alternative. It's been great. I get to see so much. I have biked Civil War battlefields. I have biked from Pittsburgh to DC. I have biked what they call the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. I have biked the Creeper Trail down in Virginia. It is just so wonderful. I've biked through city streets, and I've biked through country roads. I just love every single minute of it. If somebody was just starting out biking, and they don't have a bike yet, what kind of advice would you give on buying a bike? My advice is to remember you get what you pay for. And when you're going to buy a bike, do yourself a favor if you're going to pick up biking and really put some money into it, as much as you can afford, and get a bike that is a good bike that you're going to be happy with. Don't just go to any run-of-the-mill store and pick something off the shelf. Go to a bike store. There's many of them around. Talk to somebody. First thing they're going to do is talk to you about the type of biking you want to do. There's a big difference between buying a bike for, like, say, mountain biking versus buying a bike to use on the roads or rail trails or gravel. And you want to make sure you have the right bike for the type of biking you're going to do. The second thing is to make sure it's sized properly. Bikes are built to fit people, you know, based on their size. So you want to get a bike that's going to fit you properly. And then once it comes in, you want to make sure it is adjusted properly. And the biggest thing is that saddle. You know, the saddle doesn't just go up and down. It goes back and forth and it tilts. There's 3 adjustments. And if you get all those adjusted right and you're on a bike that's properly fitted for you, you're going to have a much better experience. That is great advice, and something to keep in mind if you are looking to buy a bike. But once you get the bike, what else should you be thinking about? Like, what type of safety equipment should you have? The first thing is get a good helmet. You know, spend some money, get a good helmet, something that's going to really protect you. The next thing you want to really watch to make sure you have is a good lighting system. Don't think of lights just for night. Think of them as a safety measure for the daytime. No different than cars have daytime running lights, you should have running lights on your bike during the daytime. Dan, what great advice. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking some time today to update us on your biking this year, and for giving some pointers for anybody who might be looking to get into biking. You know, it's that old adage, use it or lose it. So get up off that couch, get out there, and get ready to make some adventures of your own. Until next time, see you later.